got dumped on camera and it's brutal. Let's see what it hit for.
So, let me ask you a question.
Ask it.
For those of you who are believers, have you ever asked God what to do? What he wants you to do? And he answered you?
I've really tried to get away from these Anton Daniels videos. To be quite frankly, I'm kind of tired of talking about it. But talking
Oh
about
God.
Anton does give me, and y'all know I've
A
been
couple of pennies here and there.
bald and I need a new hairline.
Better take your ass turkey, nigga.
Woo! To be honest, I heard about this YouTuber by the name of Carrie E. Spencer. I had never really heard about her before. But those of you who know about Room 9, which is one of Anton Daniels' live streams, you know exactly who this lady is. She was one of the panelists, just like Mika was one of the panelists. But wait a minute. Rewind. You know what?
What?
Now
nigga?
that I think about it, I do remember seeing her name before. Actually, it was February 28, 2026, and it was on No Captivity with Freezy. He had a stream called What Happened to Anton Daniels co-host Island Q and Carrie. And then we started to hear some interesting things.
Tavish, what's going on, Tavish? Tavish said, when Carrie was on the panels, I could, by the look on her face, tell that she didn't want to be there anymore after the Corey and Mika situation. Could you?
Now, that's a commenter said that they could tell that she did not want to be there. And then,
because she's been missing for quite some time now. Carrie has not been on the shows for quite some time now.
again, more evidence of her not participating on these streams.
So now she finna go talking crazy type shit.
This is after Mika had left. Now, just to go back to the lady Carrie, she is a married woman, a mother who raises her kids, and she is a devout Christian. And
Is
when
that
you
right?
listen to her live streams, she talks a lot about God. She uses scripture or text from the Bible to at least define or explain why she's making decision. And literally, that was the reason for her video. The name of the video actually was called I Prayed for Clarity and Got an Answer I Didn't Expect. Now that we know who she is, let's let her explain one of her reasons for why she did it.
I did step away from the panel. But the truth is that the decision to do that had nothing to do with the panel specifically. I'm sorry, it didn't have anything to do with the drama that, it didn't have anything to do with anything that people are speculating about online none of that. It actually came from a moment between me and God, period.
But then
Is
she
that
would
right?
give more evidence.
So I got on the panel and I'm starting to get cold. Like I'm just starting to get chilly, right? Which is not abnormal. I ended up getting off early and because I knew something wasn't right. And what was interesting was that I got off, I went downstairs, went on my couch and got under like this really warm blanket. And my younger daughter came and sat next to me and asked me to read her this book. And right when I was gonna be like, like no, because I'm cold, like I want to get warm. I wasn't like everything subsided.
Again, she first says the reason why she left the panel, it was not because of any one thing or any situation. She would also go on to say that she was getting paid by Room 9, she was getting money to be on the streams. It was disturbing the time that she would need to get up and take care of her kids and do things like that. But ultimately, Anton is a Christian, right? Just like her. Because
he's a false idol. See, what it was is she wasn't feeling it no more. She's past that. You know what I'm saying? She's bigger than that, and she's bigger than the program. She know that. You know what I'm saying?
Anton says this about his faith.
I think that any of these people, what we do in our community, and we don't have any real heroes for the culture, right? And I'm not saying that because my hero is Jesus, right? So I look at it from a completely different lens. Regardless of where I am in my journey, the person that I pedestalize, and the word is the word. It doesn't change. It has never changed. So I have a blueprint for what I think success should look like.
So how do we have two Bible believers, two Christian thumpers, if you will?
So it's your blueprint, not God's blueprint.
Who have decided that they are on the opposite ends of the spectrum. This is also interesting when you look at Mika and Anton. Both of them are on the right. Both of them are Republicans. And in this case, Carrie is a devout Christian and married. And so is Anton. The reality is that the lady has, like I said, her own justifications. I don't want to call them
right. It didn't look good that she up there married, and this man is known for dealing with a married woman, and she didn't want that same type of heat under her name. It just wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's what O'Shea be saying. It'd be too expensive to work with people. You know what I'm saying? That nigga out here freaked out. He's the diddler. You know what I'm saying?
Excuses. I believe that these are confirmations that she decided within herself. But ultimately, as a married woman who believes in God and understanding the kind of man that Anton Daniels is and what he's about, she saw
she ain't moving like
that side of him, and she could no longer defend being around him. That's it. She probably liked being on the podcast. She's trying to be a creator. She's a smaller creator. She wants to grow on the platform. She's married. Her husband works a lot. And, she just probably was looking for, a different opportunity. But she's willing to forego the money and the opportunity because she understands that people are just not being treated fairly. And as she said, she literally felt chills from being on there. And once she got off of the podcast, then she felt good when she was around her family. In other words, what she feels is evil. What she feels is anti-Christian.
It don't fit her, bro. It don't fit her no more.
She feels is that Anton Daniels and the aura around him is not beneficial. It doesn't matter how much money that he offers to pay her. It's the same thing with Mika. And then another thing, the fact that Anton Daniels threw Mika literally under the bus, not necessarily by calling her out or anything, although he did treat her kind of unfairly on Tasha K. If he would do that to her, then Carrie also understood he would do it to her. And dealing with a person like Anton can ruin your marriage. It could ruin your life. It could ruin all of that. Why deal with a person who doesn't care about your private life? See, I know that when you come online and you look at people on YouTube, it's easy to just look at them and think they're a personality. But all of us have lives. All of us have families, despite the crazy screen names or some of the crazy things we say online. Once we cut this computer off every day, we got to live for the next day. All right. There are people in our life who are not on YouTube. You got bills you got to pay. You got people that you're looking out for, and you can literally ruin your life dealing with somebody who just don't give a damn about you. And if they don't give a damn about you, want to know what? It doesn't matter how much money they're paying if you're going to work with them. I can guarantee you, if Anton Daniels had a Christian podcast that wasn't talking about sleeping with women or leveraging women's bodies or leveraging people, she wouldn't have never left because she would have felt that she was in the right place. But she's not in the right place, okay?
Nope.
And that's why some of these women are quitting because of the person that he is. You can say it whatever you want. She quit because of this dude. And again, what I've also noticed a lot of the men creators on here, and I know that it can be hard. Sometimes you don't have to mistreat one person because, you can look at it and say, well, he didn't do anything to her, right? You can say that. This is the same thing that Anton Daniels said when it came to Fresh and Fit. He knew that Kevin Samuels didn't want anything to do with Fresh and Fit. And I don't like Fresh and Fit even after Kevin died. But you know what Anton Daniels said? Well, they didn't do nothing to me. But the point is, if they would do it to him, they would also do it to you. Okay? And this is the point. When you know somebody is not a great person, you just leave them to be. And also, you're not going to grow under Anton. Unfortunately, I got to say this. As content creators, anybody who takes the Anton Daniels style of creating content, they won't do well on the platform.
Is that right?
There is a reason why Anton Daniels does well. Number one, he's extremely polarizing. Number two, Anton Daniels also is trying to go viral by any means necessary. He doesn't care. He's willing to act. He's willing to say things. He's willing to do things. He's also willing to do offline stuff, which is show up to somebody else's podcast, Tasha K. He's willing to go on Fox News. So when you become just a person in the algorithm because you always are associated with some kind of drama, you can grow all the time.
Yeah, that's kind of what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what you have to do. You have to be a clout chaser, you know?
But that doesn't technically make you a good YouTuber. You may not know how to do titles. You may not know how to do thumbnails.
Facts.
You may not know how to leverage your content strategy every month. You may not know how to do shorts. So once you try the Anton Daniels strategy, almost 99% of those creators will fail because they're trying to do what he's doing, which is posting a lot, going live, chopping up a bunch of clips, being in the political space, being on the right.
That's not even true. That's not even true. Because that's like saying, most YouTube channels fail. You know what I'm saying? They don't do what the big ones do. You know what I'm saying? What the hell?
Going live, chopping up a bunch of clips.
But that's not going to say it's not going to work for the next man, bro. It can work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's being consistent. And it's all about who you are as the character that people are watching. That's what matters. And how it's definitely certain ways that you can make videos to make them hit the algorithm for sure. Or you just trying to be yourself. You could do the same thing that anybody's doing that you see on YouTube and make it, bro. It's all about your algorithm.
Being in the political space, being on the right, posting it
and the people that's watching you and how they fuck with you, that's all that matters. And it's got to be, whatever you're talking about, got to be a good topic. Anton Daniels really does like reactions, don't he? Like, it's the fucking same shit everybody else do on this motherfucker. Hold on. YouTube, let's see Anton Daniels shit, man. Anton Daniels. He be doing like reactions, bro. Everybody's doing these videos, man. This nigga does reactions.
Stop and just be in the algorithm all day, flooding the market. If you are not able to use that strategy, there is no way that being underneath Anton Daniels is going to work. Being a good content creator is actually getting your reps in, making video after video.
See, reactions is way different, bro. It's either you got to post for a very long time to build up a real audience, or you've got to be known for something else outside of, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be known for music, being on TV, just something different. Even being a different type of YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Then reactions have the best kind of effect. You know? Whenever you do reactions, it's either you're gonna grind for a long time, bro, or you've already got an audience to where the people can come and they're gonna stay, you know?
Content creator is actually getting your reps in, making video after video after video, widening your base, widening your strategy, understanding what and what not to say, understanding good commentary or whatever you're doing, and then making your videos enjoyable for people that watch them every day. And Anton Daniels doesn't come from that ecosystem. So people jump on and want to work with Anton Daniels, but you're not going to get the skills to really be a great content creator. It's like, if you guys remember, think about like some of these teams in the 90s that Nebraska had, the Tommy Frazier's, and later on the Scott Frost. These were quarterbacks that played the position at Nebraska, but they never transitioned, or their skills never transitioned to passing offenses in the NFL. They didn't have the footwork. They couldn't read defenses. They didn't have the arm talent. I mean, it was a whole bunch of different things. So this is exactly like being an Anton. If you deal with him, you just don't get the skills that you need in today's game. For a lady like that, she's really better off going on her own and building her own audience. The same thing with Jazz Noel or whoever else. They're going to do better by being on their own. And another thing too, people rely on live streams a little bit too much. And Anton knows that, and it literally keeps you small, but that's a whole nother video. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson back at.
Yeah, man, y'all let me know about this, man. What y'all think, man? This shit, the title of this shit say Anton got dumped on camera. This is about Shorty that I guess she left him. We could say she left him. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think. We on the road to 100K. Okay, if you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP tonight.